Good morning, students. I welcome you all again in the tutorial of informatics practices, and today I'll discuss about the functions of MySQL. We have already seen how to drop the tables, how to create the table, the different DDL, DML statements, and in today's class we will see about the functions of MySQL. So what is function? First of all, we will see that one. Afterwards, we will see the different types of functions in MySQL. The next we will see about the different types, which is single row and multiple row function, about the single row and multiple row function. And the next we will see, which is the very important about the programming, about the examination point of view, as string or text functions. So this string and text function comes under the category of single row function. So that is why I have written it here under the brackets. So let us move about the very first topic, which is what is function. So the function can be defined as, you are already aware there is a function we have already seen in Python also. So MySQL, the database, also having the different set of functions to perform the different task of specific task. Okay, and so function can be defined. The definition of function you should know. It is very important for any of the languages, for any of the databases. Okay, so the function is a set of predefined commands. The commands are already written, the set of instructions are already written, which when called perform certain operations. So whenever you will call the function, whenever you will invoke the function, it will perform certain tasks, certain operations, and it returns a single value. It returns a single value means whenever you will call the function, it will return a value. How many types of value will be going to return by the function? It will return the single value. It is not specifically the definition of MySQL function, but that definition can go for the Python functions too. So function is a predefined command set which performs certain operations and it returns a single value. So there are two types of functions in MySQL. One is single row function, which is also known as a scalar function, and the second one is multiple row function, which is also termed as group function or aggregate function. So these two are the important for the MySQL or for any of the database. So first of all, we will see about the single row function and what are the different categories of single row function and its example, which is important, and for the multiple row function also, what are the different categories of functions comes under, that we will see. So let us move first of all, what is single row function. So single row function, as the name suggests, it operates on a single row at a time, or you can say it operates on a single value. So single row at a time, it will perform the task at a time on a single row. Individual row it will perform the function, and then after it will return the value for each row. Okay, so single row function perform the operate on a single row at a time, and it will return a value for that very row. And it has categorized into, there are three categories of single row function, and in your syllabus these three categories of the functions which you have to learn, which you have to read. Okay, so these three functions which comes under single row functions are text or string function. Under the text and string function, char, concat, substr, etc. There are many functions which comes under the category of string and text function. So what will be the definition of text and string functions? Text and string functions works on the string value. Okay, the string value, which will work on the text or which will work on the string. So this char function, concat, substr, which is short for substring, substr either you can say, or substr. So this is the function which you have to learn from the MySQL, how it will be performed, how it will be invoked, how it will be executed. So char, concat, subbase, only these three name I have written, but there are many more. The second category of single row function is the mathematical or the numeric function, which works on the number, which will work on the numeric value. The first string function works on the string value. The second mathematical or numeric function works on the numeric value. For example, you have to learn only three functions in under this mathematical function, which is power, round and mod function. The third category of SQL functions is date and time function, which works on the value of date type of value. For example, cur date, date, month, etc. Many more are there, which we will learn one by one. So in today's class, I will discuss about the text or string function. So first of all, we will start with char function, and then we will move ahead with rest of the function of the string function of MySQL. So what you should know about the function, what is function, what are the different categories, two categories, single row and multiple row, the definition of single row and multiple row, and afterwards we will see about the three categories of the single row function as text or string function, mathematical function, date and time function, and its example. The second function of MySQL is the multiple row function. This multiple row function, as I have written it over here as group or aggregate function. So group or aggregate function or multiple row function works on more than one row at a time. It will work on more than one row at a time or multiple row at a time, and it will return the aggregate value. Aggregate value means it will work for many rows at a time, but the single value will going to return by the multiple row function. And the function which comes under the multiple row are average, short is AVG, sum function, max function, etc. Min function are there, max, min, sum, average. These are the different functions which comes under the category of multiple row function. So single row, multiple row definition and the example is important. And the very important thing about the function we should know is the values that are provided to functions are called parameters or arguments. I will be telling you about the parameter or arguments many times. You have to understand what does it mean. So parameter or argument means the value which you are going to provide to the function, which you are going to pass to the function is known as arguments or parameters. So when we will use these very function, char function under the bracket, because I have already told every functions, whether it is MySQL or Python function, will be denoted or represented by this brackets, small brackets. Okay, and this is under this small bracket, whatever value you will provide, that will be known as parameters or arguments, as you have used in Python function as print function. Okay, that is the function where you write under the arguments whatever you want to display, that you write as an argument for the print functions. Here also what we are going to return, whatever the purpose of these very function, the value which we will provide it, that value will be known as parameters or arguments, and based upon this value that particular function will work. So for one by one we will see all the text or string functions. So let us move how it will be done practically. So as you have seen that the MySQL prompt is open for you, and here what you will do to use the function, to work on the function, the very first thing that you are going to write will be the select command. So after select what you will write, the function which you want to use. So very first function of the string function which we are going to write as char function. So first of all you should know what is the purpose of char function. Char function returns the character. It returns the character for each integer passed. it is given as a definition in your book. Means whatever you will provide the argument under this char function, this char function returns the character for each integer passed. Means it will return the ASCII character for each integer passed. As you are aware that the ASCII value for 65, the number is 65. 65 is a number or the integer value. So if you want to write here, because we have to pass the integer value for char function, so you have to write the integer value over here, and it will return the character value for this integer pass. So the character value for 65 is, as you can see, the output will be coming in this way as capital A. So char 65 as a column heading in the output is coming because of after select you have written char 65. I have not written any table name here, means after select then the char 65 I have not given over here any of the table name after the from keyword, because we don't require this in a function. If directly you are writing, you are using the function, you are not supposed to use the name of the table. When the table require, when we want to use the function based upon any table. Okay, so select char 65. 65 you have, what is this? This is the any number, any integer number, because char receives the value here as integer. So the argument what you have passed here, what is the parameter? It is the integer parameter. So when you will use the char function, you must have to provide the integer value for the char. So it will return the character, which character? ASCII character value. As you are already aware, 65 number ASCII value is A, so it is returning the capital A. Small a value is 97, so it will return, when you will pass 97 here, then it will return small a. And moving forward, as 66 will return capital B. You can see here 66 will return the capital B, and so on. So either you provide a single integer number or you can provide the multiple arguments here. Okay, so if I want to provide the multiple values, for example, I am writing here as any number. Suppose I am writing here, I am providing here the value as 72, then 69, multiple integer value I am providing, and let us see what it is going to return. And 79. So this integer number I have provided as an argument, and it will return here as hello. So if one more time you will write 76, then it will return hello. See, HELLO, the 72's ASCII value, ASCII character is H, or you can say the integer value for character H is 72, 69 is E, 76 again L, again 76, and 79 O. So respectively it is going to return one string as hello. Hello, why it has returned the hello? Because I have passed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 arguments. So 5 characters all together returns, and it looks like that it returns the string value. Okay, so not only the integer value, if you will pass the fraction value or the decimal value, then let us see what it going to return. Suppose I have written it over here 72.3, then 69.5, then 76.4, again 76.2, and then 79. Let it be 79 only, and let us see what is written. Is it written the same value, or it will return the integer value? It returns HFLLO. Why it returns F? Why not E? Any answer for this? Yes, because when it round off, when you will round off this 69.5, then it becomes 70, and the ASCII value for this 70 will be F. Clear? and 72.3. 0.3 means it is less than 5.5, so it is same, it is not going to round off, so it returns H. For rest of the number also it works the same. Whenever you will provide any decimal number greater than 0.5 or equal to 0.5, then it will round off the number and it will return the just very next character. Therefore it returns HFLLO. So the when you will pass any decimal value, then it will also return the same string if it is not going to round off. So in this way you will use the character function or char function of MySQL. Okay, for char function you will pass integer value and it will return the character or the string provided by the argument. The next function we will see about the MySQL string function as concat. Concat, as the name implies, concat means to join. So if you want to join two string or more than two string, that can also be done by the help of concat function. So select concat, and here I am writing which two string you want to join, which two string you want to concat. So I am writing here these two string as hi, comma, how are you. As you can see, hi, how are you, this both two string is joined together, no space in between, because it will not give any space if you will join directly two string. If you want to provide the space, you have to modify the arguments, that is one more argument you want to provide as space. So this will consider, this particular empty string will be considered as space, and in that way it will return the space over here, as you can see in the output. So not only the direct string you can provide, but also if you want to concat the tables data. So you remember that I have created the employee table in the last class, and if I want to use that one, then that can be, you select concat, and I am writing over here the name of the column name as select concat. Then you just erase all the things and write here as emp name comma salary. Select emp name comma salary. Now this emp name and salary, this time it needs, because this emp name and salary as the name of the column which you have to provide for the as an argument for the concat. So you will write select emp name, the first any of the column of the employee table, and then salary, and afterwards you will write the name of the table which this particular column belongs to. So these two column belongs to the employee table, so you will write. So I think, or you can say that it is not, yeah, it returns the employee name and salary. Employee name was Jordan and 56574 were the salary. If you are not aware of the employee table, I can show you all the rows, all the records of the employee table. From there you can see how the table is going to return. So select emp name concat emp name comma salary. So this emp name, first employee name was Jordan, and this will be joined together with the salary 56574. So 56574 were the salary and Jordan were the employee name. So all the records of the employee table, all the employee name of the employee table will be concatenated with its salary, no space in between. So if you want to provide the space, you can give the space as I have told you earlier. Okay, so this is regarding the concat function. And now the third function we will see about the lower or L case. Lower or L case is the function which will use to convert the string into lowercase. So select lower, and what string you will provide it here, that will be going to convert into lower. So you will pass the argument here as string value. So concat needs the two string or more than two strings to join. So string parameter or the string argument you are providing for the concat, but char function receives the integer argument. So this is the difference between concat, and this is the difference between the char and rest of the function of the MySQL, string function or the text function. So if I am writing the in the capital letter welcome, then it will convert it into lowercase. As you can see, welcome, the capital one converted into small letter. So as the lower is the name of the function, the same way there is another function named as lcase. So don't confuse, if in place of lower lcase will be written, the purpose would be same. As you can write, in both function lower and lcase returns the string in lowercase. Because lower is there or lcase is there, the same way we have ucase or upper, another function ucase or upper. Select ucase because you are using the ucase to convert the string into uppercase. So what argument you will provide? You will provide the string or the argument in lowercase. Means you will write welcome in lower, any of the string you can write, okay, and then you can see the output will be in the uppercase. We can use the table data also. Suppose I want to convert all the employee name, which is, you can see that it is all the employee names, first letter is in capital one. So I want to convert it into lowercase. Then you can write, or simply uppercase. If I am writing here as select ucase, and then you write here as emp name, okay, select ucase emp name from employee, then all the names, employee name converted into uppercase. The output is here. So what you are writing the argument, what you are writing the column name. If you are using any of the table data, you must have to provide the name of the table. If any direct string you are providing, if any of the string is providing, then this particular string does not belong to any of the table, so you are not going to write the table name. This you need to take care of that, okay. So ucase, lcase. The next and very important function is substr, which I told you in the slide. Select substr. This substr extracts the number of characters from the string which you will be providing as an argument. If you want to extract any substring from the main string, suppose the main string is Kerala school, and from this very string I want to extract any of the characters from this school, any of the characters from the string. From Kerala school, this is the main string, and I want to extract RALI. This is the main string, and I want to return this RALI from the Kerala school. Then what we need to do? We will write from where we want to extract, from where we want to return the string. So you will pass here after the substring the number, means from which characters. So for this you have to remember that every string in MySQL has its index number, and each strings in MySQL's index number will start with 1. So Kerala case index number is 1, A is 2, I is 3, R 4, A 5, then 6, then 7. Space will also be considered as 8, and so on you can count. So I want to extract RALI, this 4 letters. So R is in which place? Its position is 1 2 3 4. So I will write here as 4. From where we want to extract? From the 4th position I want to extract. And how many characters I want to extract? I want to extract 4 characters. Okay, and then you will close this and put the semicolon. So you can see RALI, Raleigh return, means this is the main string and this is the substring which returns. Total number of, it means that SUBSTR receives 3 arguments. The first argument will be the string, the second and the third argument will be the number of characters. Sorry, the second and third argument will be the numbers, and the second argument will be from which position you want to extract or return, and the third integer number or simply the number will be the length of the string which you are going to return. So if I'll change with this 4 to 3, now this time it will return only the 3 character starting with the 4th position. So it will return RAL. If I'll modify again here as 4 and total number of characters as 7. So what will return? Raleigh SH. So how many characters are there? You will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total number of characters are 7. So in this way you will give the output in the exam. So this MySQL function will also be coming in the exam. So you have to prepare for the half yearly this MySQL functions too. Okay. Now we will see the second type of argument of same SUBSTR, and this time if I'll make it the substring as -4, then what will return? Why it returns whole if the second argument I have given as -4? When you will pass the negative number as this second argument of SUBSTR, then it will count from the right side. Earlier it was counting it from the left side. This time it will count it from the right side, and the total number of character will be 7. So when you will count this from the right side, then it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. So -4 will be right side. Okay. So it will return total, it will start extracting the character from H, means from the -4 or from the right side 4th position, last 4, you can say like that. So total number of characters 4 is returned. Why 4? I have provided it over here 7, because there are no more string left in the after this school. There are no more characters are there. So the whole string returns. If any character will be there and the same argument I have passed, Curly school, and then if I'll write here Ranchi, okay, then what will return? Let us see. NCHI. So you have to change this argument also as -8 and -8. So it will extract from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can extract 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. If I'll write 13 and 7. So from here, from this 13th position, from the right side, total number of character 7. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and the total number of characters 7. So from this very position you count it 7 characters. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Space is also coming, but you are not able to see the space. If I'll make the updation over here, make it 7 as 12. Then let us see. Yes, it will now coming the output as from start from -13 and total number of characters 12. So when you will count this including the space, it will be total number of characters will be 12. Clear? So this is the way to use or call or invoke the substr function. This substr function is same as another name for substr is substring. Same output. Another name for substring function is or substr function is mid function. So you have to remember, if the question says select mid and the string will be given and the question will be find the output, then you have to take care of that mid function, substr function and substring function. All will have the same output, same name for same purposes, means substr, substring and mid functions are same. It returns the same output. In place of mid, if I'll write, maybe you got confused that why this output is not coming in a proper way. So I'm just writing here in place of mid, I am writing substr. Rest arguments you can see here it is mid, here it is substr. Rest of the arguments I haven't changed. It will again returns the same output, school. It will count when negative number will be given, it will count from the right side. So third argument will be total number of characters. This you have to remember. If you want to use this very function for any of the table data, that can also be done. Like if I am writing here as select emp name, and from the second position, total number of characters 4 I want to extract. And from which table? From employee. And emp name is the name of the column of the employee table. What it returns? You can see ORDICHA. If you are not getting the answer properly, you can check it. Select emp name from what? Employee. And then you can verify your answer. So emp name is this one, Jordan. From this Jordan, ORD is returning because from the second position of Jordan is O and total number of characters is 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. For the Richard, it will be ICH, and for the Thomas, it will be HOMA, and so on. So in this way, you will use the substring or mid or substr function. All three are same: mid, substr, and substring function. The next function will be the lower we have discussed. The next one is ltrim function. Ltrim means from the left side you will going to remove the space. It is basically used to remove the space from the string. Suppose I am providing here any this much space and then I am writing here as Carolee, then it will remove the very that very spaces, but the space which I have given it here in the wrong one, quotes, you have to provide it here. So this very string Carolee contains the left side this many spaces, maybe it is 2 or 3 spaces. Okay, so this very space will be going to remove when you will use the ltrim function. You can see in the output there is no space on the left side, same as rtrim, but this time you will make the space, you will give the space in the right side. How space will be there? You just put the space like this and then you will use the function in place of ltrim, rtrim. Carefully, right side space will remove. And trim, another function is trim, which will be for both the side if you will provide the space. What is missing here? Semicolon as well as select. If you will not write select, it will give you the error. SELECT, select, trim, both the side, the left as well as from the right, the space will remove. Only the string is coming, the spaces gets removed. So this is the way to use the trim function, ltrim, rtrim and trim. Next is how to use the instr function in string function. So select instr function. Instr function, it returns the string from the very first string. Means that here you have to provide the two arguments. One will be the string. Suppose I am writing here as informatics. This is the string I have written here, and from this very string I want to return the position of this or the position of o. I want to return it from instr function, or you can say in string. In string function returns the position of the string. And which string position you want to return? The position of or simply o. Because if you will return the position of o, then r automatically will be the next of the number will be there used for the r, because or, it is the consecutive string, substring. So I have written it over here as or. So it will return what? The position of o or position of or. Select, spelling of select is wrong, so it returns the, produce the error, 4. So you can count why 4 is returned, because the or position, the or substring position is on the 4th position. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you will write o, then also the same output. If you will write the o, r, m, a, whatever afterwards, then also it will return the same output. So the very first characters, whatever place it belongs to the main string, it returns that very string. One thing I want to tell you, that if I am writing the column alias means the output heading I want to change, then in the output heading I want to change, then that can be used with the help of select instr informatics orma, and I am writing it over as a string position of orma. Suppose this I have written. Then this time you will see position of orma will be coming as a column heading. So this you need to take care of that. If as and position of as and after as any string value is given, then you have to provide that very as a column heading in the output. Here I have not used any column heading. I have not used over here as keyword and then any string. So what you have written after select, that returns. If you will write any column alias using the as keyword, then that very will be coming as an output of the query. Column heading will be coming as an output. Clear? So this is about the instr function. The next function and 2-3 more functions are there that I will give you in the next class. I will show you in the next class. So what I have taught you, please do revise it, because this will be the syllabus in the half yearly examination. The more 2 or 3 video will be coming. All the things till MySQL functions will be there in your half yearly syllabus. So I think everyone has understood this one. If not, you can ask me. Okay, so till then, wait for the next video. I will give you the rest of the function. Till then, you revise the topic. Goodbye.